we move on to discuss some of the more exciting 2024-25 Champions League group stage games. As the draw happened, we discussed a little bit about it in the first segment, but this is the segment where we really break down which biggest matchups there are to look forward to, and there's a few. My opinion, no, not in my opinion, but there's some good ones going on actually. I'd say the biggest game will probably be Liverpool taking on Real Madrid. Now this is a part one game, part one versus part one. So that's sort of the marquee sort of matchups, the part one games. And look, we know the Champions League history these two teams have had in terms of recent history, going back to the 2018 Champions League final, won by Real Madrid, and then there was the one in the 2020 Champions League, I believe, the sort of COVID Champions League and empty crowds, where they played, I believe, in the quarterfinals or around the sixth. No, I think it was the quarterfinals, in which Real Madrid comfortably got past Liverpool, and then we know what happened in the 2022 Champions League final. Real Madrid again win by defeating Liverpool in the final through Vinicius Jr. And so there's some real history there, and Liverpool will be this game will be at Anfield, so you're expecting an electric Anfield sort of atmosphere. And because keep in mind the game that was played between Liverpool and Real Madrid in 2020, that game in Anfield was behind closed doors. The game at the Bernabeu was behind closed doors as well. So you're expecting, we're expecting. I believe Liverpool and Real Madrid. How many times didn't they face off each other in the? Okay, we'll fact check that. But Liverpool. But this will be the first time in Anfield that there will be, ruckus crowd. That Liverpool and Real Madrid last few times that Liverpool and Real Madrid faced off two times in the knockout stages and two times in the finals actually. Yeah, they've had a real history, Liverpool and Real Madrid. It's been pretty wild actually. They've played each other a lot. So there's a huge Champions League rivalry there between the two. And Anfield is going to be up in ruckus for this sort of tie, and I look forward to this game quite high. Kylian Mbappe facing off against Liverpool in one of his first Champions League match for Real Madrid. I think this is the opening game for Real Madrid and Liverpool. Is it the opening game? We can fact check that as well. Okay, they don't have it up right now. Okay, they don't have it up actually, but that's gonna be a fascinating tie. So many storylines there, and this is also Arne Slot too. This will be his first major test in the Champions League. So yeah, Liverpool, another big game. Liverpool, Bayer Leverkusen. What a game that will be. Xabi Alonso bringing his Bayern Leverkusen team that finished unbeaten in the Bundesliga. He's going to take them to Liverpool, facing off against his former club. Bayer Leverkusen is a strong team that really will go in there expecting to win based on what we've seen from Leverkusen last season. Liverpool wanting to defend. Where would this game be at? Yeah, this game will be at. We can see it right here actually. Liverpool taking on Leverkusen. They will be home. So yeah, they're fortunate. They will be home taking on Leverkusen. So Xabi Alonso will be returning back to his old club. Big game coming up here, and that could be a pivotal game as well. PSG taking on Atletico Madrid. These are going to be two teams that are really going to be competing for that same sort of, positioning. They'll be around the same, and not everyone will be able to get into the top 8. So this is a pivotal match. PSG taking on Atletico Madrid, and PSG, Atletico Madrid, they're going to keep it compact. They're going to keep it tight. And PSG, are they can have the quality through the players of like Ousmane Dembele to break down Atletico Madrid. That's going to be really, really good. Because PSG, they have a horrible schedule. They got City, PSV, Girona, and then they have to, are going to Paris. That's difficult. And, if they really want to get top 8, Atletico Madrid is almost a must win. Okay. Atletico Madrid, they actually have a weaker draw as well. PSG taking on City, Bayern, Atletico Madrid, and Arsenal. Wow. That's the definition of rough. Wow. That is half of your games going up against elite opposition. And it's really rough because Arsenal and Atletico Madrid, that's the two worst pot 2 teams basically to get. Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, and Leverkusen. That is, those are the two, any of those 3 are literally the worst pot 2 teams you could get. On top of that, you're facing off against City, Bayern Munich. We don't know about Bayern Munich. They're relatively unknown under Vincent Kompany, but they're still going to be a tough outfit in the Champions League. Even last season, with the weak season they had, they were able to reach semi-final, and they're actually minutes away from reaching the final. Yeah, PSG, they're going to have to earn their way to the final. Real Madrid taking on Borussia Dortmund. Now, look, a lot of people are hyping this up as a Champions League final rematch. I don't see it the same because I don't believe in this Borussia Dortmund team, this new manager coming in. I have, not that much massive expectations for them in this Champions League campaign. They did start off their season with a win over Eintracht Frankfurt, and, they played some decent quality football, a little bit of some attacking display. They were able to dominate possession, but I want to see a little bit more from Borussia Dortmund but that will be exciting, the fact that we'll play. I think another thing that will be very interesting is Barcelona going away, because Borussia Dortmund and Real Madrid, that game will be played at the Bernabeu. Let's fact check that real quick. Borussia Dortmund, Real Madrid. Yeah, that will be played at the Bernabeu. Borussia Dortmund, Barcelona, another Part 1 game. This will be played at the Yellow Wall. Barcelona with Hansi Flick. German coach is going to go back to the Yellow Wall, in which, he's had coaching Bayern Munich. He's had a lot of games, playing at managing at the Signal Iduna Park. We know the atmosphere they can create there. Getting to face off Barcelona in the group stages, expect an electric atmosphere. They're very difficult, very suffocating for these Barcelona players, and I want to see how Barcelona can respond to that. It's going to be interesting now. Robert Lewandowski, he's used to playing at the Yellow Wall, so I don't think it's going to bother him to an extent. But the rest of these Barcelona players playing in this sort of atmosphere, it'll be very interesting to see. Now, Dortmund, they're, again, there's a relative unknown with them under Nuri Sahin. I still want to see a little bit more of them. Aston Villa get to play Bayern Munich and Juventus as a Part 4 team. Look, I'm not going to lie. I don't worry that much for Aston Villa. Let's go ahead and see. They play Bayern. Okay, so Bayern goes to Villa. And then they play Juventus. Oh, we can't see that here. I'm very interested to see Aston Villa. I want to see Villa Park hosting a Champions League game, if they can generate that sort of atmosphere that a European team struggle with. I expect it to be very not hostile, but very ruckus going up against Bayern Munich, because we know the quality Bayern Munich has. But yeah, that's there's some great matchups. You have Atalanta taking on Celtic. That's also, interesting, not in the fact that they're both, both beaters or any, world beaters or anything. But Atalanta, they're coming off that European League title run where they won the European Cup, and then Celtics. They've been dominating the Scottish League over the past few years, but they've never really done much in Europe. And now they have Champions League to play in, and they have that crazy atmosphere at Celtic Park. They'll be playing this game in Italy, but yeah, that'll be interesting as well. So yeah, you can see the amount of great matchups that I just read on the screen. You don't get that, with the previous Champions League group stages. We get some boring matchups some days, and some lifeless matchups. This time around, we're destined to get an amazing game every week almost, which surely should improve the quality of the Champions League group stages, in my opinion.